Let's see. Oh, what'd I do? Where'd it go? This is what I wanted to do. I'm not seeing any other participants yet, so we'll just give them a minute to try to connect. They may be trying. I did just for, there's a precursor. I talked to the land trust. They can't come tonight, and that's fine. And the by Grace was going to join remotely. Just to um formalize everything discussed last month for either one of them.
Okay.
The plaque
Yeah.
that was determined to not need any approval. So that's the basic of that is that an approval is not necessary. Oh, here we go. Participants. Where are they? How do I get them in?
Catherine, something's popped up.
Yeah, they're usually over here on my side. If you guys can hear me, just bear with me while I try to get you on the screen and into the meeting. Okay, so you guys can hear me now. I just have to, there we go. Dead bees. Okay, you should both be, Mary Catherine and Karen should both be getting in as panelists now, so you'll be able to fully participate.
Yes, that's correct. I can.
Okay, now you can. You couldn't a second ago, so.
I know.
And it looks like Mary Catherine is joining as well. She's showing up as a panelist, so all good. So I did fail to put the meeting dates and the election of officers onto the agenda. So if you'd add those before you start your commission business, that would be a positive. And we'll,
So do you just need a motion for it?
Yeah, once we start.
once he starts the meeting, he didn't actually call
Okay.
the meeting to order yet.
Okay, got it.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna run and get a tissue.
Just gotta make sure Mary Catherine can hear us.
Okay.
Okay, now it says that she's muted.
Mary Catherine, I don't know if you're trying to talk, but at this point you're muted. If you want to participate, make sure you unmute. She had trouble to start, she said,
Oh,
but she's there, so.
Yeah,
Start the
I guess-
meeting.
call the meeting to order at 6:35. Ask for the roll call.
Okay, I'll just announce that Brandon has resigned as he's moved out of town. Tom Heisler, Guy Hoffman,
Present.
Karen Pagliaro,
Present.
and Mary Catherine LaRose. Mary Catherine, can you unmute? Can you hear us? We can see you.
You could also
Yeah.
put something in the chat, Mary Catherine, if you hit the chat icon.
Which you did earlier, so.
I know I put something in that you were asking if I could hear you, and I put, yes, I can hear you.
Hmm.
You just want to keep moving forward, though,
Well, we don't have a quorum.
unless she
Oh,
Yeah,
acknowledges it.
yeah.
Do you have her phone number, Maureen, that you might be able to call her?
I don't know. I have a, a town phone number. I don't have a cell number.
Okay. I don't either.
I-
Oh, she raised her hand just then. She's here. She raised her hand. Did you see that?
I really quickly, she moved on the screen as to where she was too.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. You're unmuted, Mary Catherine.
Mary Catherine, can you hear us? Oh, yeah. Who's that? Oh, no, that was you. Hmm.
Yeah, looking for a phone number when we did
Oh, the walk,
the
maybe.
walk.
So, just to kind of give you an update, one of my puppies has been ill, and he has a autoimmune disorder and is on prednisone, and so it's pretty hard to leave for extended periods of time because he has to go outside and urinate so often, hence me being here instead of in person. He ended up with lockjaw. He couldn't open his mouth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a result of the medication or?
No, because of the autoimmune disease that he has. It's pretty rare. It's the initials are MMM. I mean, I've had a dog my entire married life, 45 years, and I've never even heard of this.
Oh, we're sorry for that.
Thank you. But he can open his mouth now 8 centimeters, so we're getting better.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
My daughter just finished up with a full year of with her dog with Rocky Mountain spotted fever.
Oh my
The same kind,
gosh.
and just got her off prednisone. So,
Wow.
everything worked. And
Well,
she was
that's good. That's
so.
good.
All right, I have a number for Mary Catherine.
Oh, she just put her number. Is that the number that she put
Oh,
in the
yeah, that's
chat?
what I have. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Do
So
we want to
she's
provide?
here.
Paula,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So we do have the quorum now.
Yeah, so I have her as remote.
She gotta join us, so,
I could give her that option. I don't know. She's trying to manage both things or.
so come on.
Hello?
Hi,
Hi.
Hi, Mary Catherine.
Hi, we could do this. I can use my phone,
Okay.
because this was the last time I tried to do this up here. You can't hear me, but I can hear you.
Right. Yeah, we can't, we couldn't hear you at all. So, all right. If this works for you, we can do this.
Yep, this is fine. It's acceptable.
It's not your fault, Mary Catherine, so no need to apologize.
It's probably my limited skills.
All right. So we were just doing the roll call. So I guess
So now
you.
I have you written as remote on the phone.
All right.
So
May I ask one thing? Mary Catherine, in your like toolbar at the end, do you see it looks like a little it's not a microphone, it looks like I'm not sure what it is, but you might have your volume turned off on your computer. So if you look down at the bottom, you might be able to see it. And if you click it, it has like speakers. It looks like a little speaker. Try that and see if click it and see if,
It says the speaker's on.
okay,
It's way up.
okay, too bad. Okay.
I just think it's this. I just think it's trying to get onto the Zoom program. So,
All right.
but I
that's
can
all
hear
right.
you, and if you can hear me on the phone, we should be fine.
yeah, and if you need to, just you can also type in the chat. I've got it
Right.
open. So
Okay.
It's really just as a funny. It's just so funny because I'm actually on my own microphone here on the computer, so I had to actually turn it down because I was hearing just reverberation of my voice twice. It
Mhm.
was like an echo. So I don't know what's going on, but anyway, we're good.
Okay.
All right. I guess the first order of business is uh, accept a motion to add election of officers and the meeting dates for 2026.
So I move that we add to the agenda election of officers and the confirmation of meeting dates for 2026.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Very good. And we're going to move those right to the top of the agenda. So we'll do election of officers first and accept any kind of motion for that.
Okay, so I move that we elect Guy Hoffman as the chairperson.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any other nominations or comments? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
But I
yep, got it.
Do we have to do the vice
And the
chair?
vice chair,
Vice chair.
also.
Okay. Well, weren't you that, Tom, before this last year?
Tom is.
Okay, I move that we um elect Tom Heisler as our vice chair.
second.
All right. Same thing. Any other nominations or comments?
Sorry, I
All
don't
right.
mean.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Tom. All right. That was fast. We're keeping at least with the tradition of that. All right. And then we have a list of dates for meeting dates for this year. Did everybody get those?
They should have gone out. I think they went out last month too.
Yeah.
Basically, all the dates are the first, or the second Tuesday of the month,
Yep.
except for February, which, based on the feedback last time we were together, that, the February meeting might have to be changed. but otherwise, January 13th, March 10th, April 14th, May 12th, June 9th, July 14, August 11, September 8, October 13, November 10, December 8, and January 12 of 2027. And then the February meeting, either the 10th or the 17th.
Right, and I'll just ask to see, it was going to be a conflict for me, which I don't believe is going to be a conflict anymore, but I don't remember if anybody else could not make the 10th.
I think it's fine for me.
With you,
It's
Tom?
okay.
Mary Catherine is the 10th? We can, so
So
if we can all make it, then we should probably go back to the 10th.
Yep.
the discussion last month was not official because there was no quorum. So you didn't actually have a meeting to make any decisions.
Right. Okay, so how about if we move to accept the calendar as presented?
Yes. With staying with February 10th.
I second.
Any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And we move on to commission business. First thing with the public land trail and trail information is the plaque. That was acknowledging installed bench that was donated by the land trust at Ragged Mountain Trailhead. Sir?
And the discussion, that, in my opinion, that does not require an approval. The bench was approved, was accepted by the town, was installed by the town, and this is just part of the bench.
Yeah,
Is to
I
put
agree
a plaque
with you,
as to
Martha.
who puts it in, so I don't think any formal approval for the plaque is necessary. That the Berlin Land Trust provided it.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah, and I have a email from David Voigt mentioning that he can provide it to someone so that the town can attach it. That
Okay, well, we'll see. Well, I'll just have to verify
by the,
from
yeah,
the powers that be of the town that pay for things
yeah.
that.
He said that it's ordered and we would expect it to be ready soon.
Okay.
He also has some stuff about trails, but I don't think we need to go into that yet.
Right.
What might be happening. So we'll address that as those either are starting to come to fruition,
Right.
or whether we need to weigh in on those.
So I think just as a quick summary, I think a couple of those things have been already approached with discussions with Jim Mahoney, describing different trails in different places that we've had over the last several months, if not year or more. And I did reply to him that if he just gives our office a heads up, as well as Chairman Hoffman, as to when he'd like to have a discussion at the meeting, we'll put him on the schedule.
Sounds good.
Yep, very good. And the next item is from the cycling advancement program and BHS Red Dragons. And I see that we have Lucas with us.
Hi everyone, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
You want to give a quick summary, maybe? Lucas can recap.
Yeah, because we couldn't do anything official last time, so.
Yeah, sure. I can give a quick summary. So I came in last meeting and basically what we talked about was the date for this year's race will be on June 6th with a rain date of the following day. And so this is basically an open bike race to public that we've been holding on Petrie Brook for the past 10 or so years. And yeah, so we got a couple. I mean, I went through a big bullet list of stuff that I went through last time. But basically, we're just trying to make sure that we're applying, you know, like not trying to disturb anyone. We're closing out the trails for the day. We are posting up signs in the neighborhood. So for parking, we're gonna park in the neighborhood there, just like past years. Yeah. So I mean, for long story short, that's kind of my spiel. But if anyone has any comments or concerns or questions, please let me know.
Yeah, thank you for that. And even though we couldn't take official action last month, you did go through the details of that, and I thought to our satisfaction, the same as the previous races about, the all the issues about the parking and what you do, and getting a hold of the homeowners and police and fire. And so it sounds like you have it, it's certainly not the first time going through this, and you've done a good job. Organization's done a good job in the past. So, uh, makes us, I think, confident that moving forward that
Oh,
this,
yeah.
this year will go the same way as previous years have.
Yep, I agree. It was a great presentation last time.
Yes. So,
I just, if I may, I just want to add for the record, coordinating with or advising the Hatchery Garden coordinator as well. Making sure that you, coordinate with the police department on everything they need and the signs that notify hikers. As was called to our attention, it is the Trails Weekend, I guess. So you want to make sure that hikers are aware of bikers as well. And I would just say the walking of the trail afterwards, after the event, to make sure there's no damage that needs to be done. Will just need to be coordinated.
Yes, for sure. I have reached out to both Tyler and Carol from the community garden. I haven't heard back yet because I just reached out within on this past Monday. But yeah, that should be taken care of.
Just the same parameters. Your letter covers, I think, all of that was submitted, as well as the map. And that's the important things that we'll bring to town council. If the commission, if this commission endorses the use, then we go to town council with it as for use of the park for the town council to approve.
Sounds good. Thank you guys so much.
yeah, so I think
Thank you.
that need a motion to officially endorse or support the event.
So what do we say here? We move that we support the event for the Berlin High School Red Dragons in Connecticut Cycling Advancement Program to the annual Hatchery Brook Conservation Area bike race that will be held on June 6th with a rain date of June 7th, 2026.
Second there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other comments or anything? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Very good.
No, you're all set, Lucas. We'll just be in contact over the next couple of weeks to get you
sounds-
onto the town council agenda.
Thank you, Maureen. I'm gonna head out now. Bye, guys.
Take
Okay.
care.
Yes,
Bye.
thank you. All right. The next is the Hatchery Brook Garden discussion of 2026 season, including applications, rules, etc.
So it was discussed a number of months ago that you had wanted to go over the rules. I'm not sure that anyone's had the time to do that and got them in time. Karen was going to be looking at them. You had some recommendations.
I did send an updated version to you.
Just to me.
I can't remember because it was quite some time ago, last year. Oh gosh, let me see if I could find it in my computer because I know
And we can always move this to the next meeting. But
maybe we should. And what I'll do is I'll email it to everyone. Where am I?
and
Here.
make sure you include Ashley on
Yeah.
anything sent to my office because I'm really not in very much this year.
Okay.
I've been there's hundreds of emails between.
Yeah. So I did this
It's
back
my
in
visit.
September, actually.
Okay. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought we were still sending you the rules in September. Okay.
Yeah, I did it in
I don't-
September. So let me I'll email it as we continue to speak. I can go into my email and I will do that. So maybe we push it to next time.
I think so.
And
Yeah. February.
we would like to get the new application out as soon as we can, but I think mid-February is fine
Okay.
to do
Sounds
that.
good.
And put it up on the website with the date. Usually the garden opens in April, so the February into March dates to accept applications is reasonable.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as that seems that the timing will be right, so that I think it's better to push that to the next meeting and take some time with this and have everybody really look through it beforehand.
And because I would actually also like if certain things are going to change, or if there are things that you're concerned with changing, that we did update it last year a little bit.
Mhm.
And I think we may want Carol to weigh in on
Yep.
modifications as well.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't, I didn't make a lot of changes. I just, at all, I just tried to clean up some of the wording. So I just emailed it and hopefully you'll all get it. So like I said, not a lot of changes, just tried to clean it up so it'd be a little bit more precise.
Okay.
So we can move it to next time.
Right. Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome.
And brings us to the planning and zoning application reviews. And we've got first item is 2215 Chamberlain Highway, the Gardens at Cheshire LLC.
So this is the one that a couple of commission members with Land Trust, I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
did a site walk of, and while there was some informal discussion of your site walk, that was at a non-meeting, so needs to be reiterated for the record. Basically.
All right. Yeah, a quick summary of that I did send out to Maureen an email with in areas marked on a map and comments about each of the areas, and then an overall assessment of what we saw. So Mary Catherine and I, along with Dave from the Land Trust, were out there. And overall, we think that the changeover for access is going to be a positive thing for access to the trails in that area compared to the long-standing easement location that has been a problem for well over a decade, I think, as far as really gaining access. That we had a few spots that we I felt needed to be clarified about where they landed on the property border and at the end of the trail, exactly where it would join in with this side trail that brings us to the Metacomet Trail. The area that was used in the past with that easement when it was available included a location on the neighboring property outside of a conservation easement area, and we were not really comfortable with continuing with that, so that if this easement is going to move, that connection point has to change also to keep it off of the other property, except for where the easement exists.
So when I looked up the easement, if you don't mind,
Yeah,
I believe the easement was written for the three properties together. I think they're all encumbered together. I'll have to reread that easement document because it was something that, you know, I flagged when I read it. So that might be covered.
right.
Written-
But where they would access the trail is outside of the easement.
isn't it on the property to the south?
Yeah, but it is outside. The easement runs along that eastern border, and they cut across to get into the easement here.
Okay, 'cause
They kind of short stop the
I thought-
90-degree.
okay, I see what you mean.
So now it would have to come over to here, and then
I thought the
Either
language was
this is-
more general than
yeah.
that. I didn't realize that
this is
dotted
town property, so it could come
behind the easement.
either into town property or into the existing easement.
When I read it, I thought it was a
Yeah.
more general accessible.
Yeah. Yeah,
A defined.
yeah.
So-
Yeah. But we felt that most of the potential easement where the trail would be fairly easy to make a trail out of, and a good deal of it is flat. It's got one uphill and one little downhill, and goes alongside a berm, on top of the berm. But nothing really major, and the access from the Chamberlain Highway is going to be much better. And they're talking about 12 or 16 parking spaces, which is a big issue. And so the parking area would be level. It would be outside of their gate so that we would have access to it all, during whatever the normal hours, which is usually dawn to dusk, instead of having to get through a locked gate for, finding out whenever it's open. And it keeps the public off of their business area. So I think it's a win-win for us as a commission and trails, and for their business also.
Guy,
Yes, and I was going to just ask if you had anything substantial to add that I missed, because I'm sure I did. Right.
because since my income is stable.
Well,
it's still-
yes, yes,
You,
yes.
is the SLR?
Yes.
represents The, yeah. They never got the notes.
So that was explained by our department to him. The notes, they go when the commission makes, when we do reviews and we send them out to the different commissions and or departments, then when it comes time to review the plan, those get sent as compiled. So
I think
it
he
was,
just wanted- will he get them?
yeah, so this review that you're doing right now, and summarizing this is the distribution to the commissions to give comments back to the Planning and Zoning Commission. So those comments go to the applicants and the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Okay. And yes, Mr. Grimm. Well, he was the original for the whole thing. And then he
No.
got,
No,
No.
yeah, I guess, is that correct?
no, Grimm is one of the ones that bought one of the parcels. One or, does he have two?
Two, I believe
Two of
he
them.
has two of the parcels now.
Uh, and this was just what he said at the meeting. So this is something that we have to, that the town has to affirm with him as the adjoining owner.
Only if the easement goes across his properties. Which it does. I mean, the conservation easement is on his property.
Yeah.
As well as on this property that we're discussing.
That they're gonna try to go out and not only just, they were flagging the waterway. They were gonna try to flag the actual property line.
Yeah, I think a couple of those markers that we saw on the southern end were potentially the property line.
Yeah.
So, but that's good. So they'll do some more because the trail at the south end is very close to the property line. So they need to make sure, and that was one of the concerns that I had, that they need to verify the to make sure that a trail and an easement actually is on that property and doesn't go on to Mr. Grimm's property.
And that was all done. There's a survey that SLR provided with their Planning and Zoning Commission application. So it's part of it. It's one of the requirements.
All right. So, let me see.
So did we already take a vote on this at all, or do we have to?
And you're just making, so what you do is you make comments that we put on the
Yeah.
comment sheet to give back to the Planning and Zoning Commission
Okay,
for their review.
and those comments are the written ones that got it.
Well, and I summarized the comments that were just stated and will incorporate the ones from Guy that aren't otherwise addressed already.
Okay.
Thank you, Maureen.
I think it's pretty unusual to have somebody coming in for a project that puts forth a proposal like this that actually improves access
Yeah.
and something that they want to do. So
And that access corridor will be pretty well marked.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. The trail itself, we'll have to talk a bit about, it'll be our easement and then what actually goes there. The beginning part has a lot of taller grasses, things that grow up. We have to decide if we want some other kind of material down or just, and how often the town may have to come through and mow or something to, at least at the beginning until it really gets established. And, but
Well,
it's,
with it being next to the swale, it should be pretty well drained too, so,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So it follows that ditch and up into a certain point and then up on the berm and it follows that and then it's flat at the end too. So I think it shouldn't pose a big problem for establishing the trail and any kind of maintenance that would be needed. I don't think it'll be a big concern for the town.
I would think establishing the trail along with the parking lot would be part of their responsibility as the desire to move the easement
Right.
that already has access.
Yeah.
So they want to move it, they'll participate
That's what I
with
anticipate.
with that and possibly a requirement of their site plan approval
Right, I figured that
when
was
they come through.
beyond what
With Conservation
Yeah.
Commission, yeah,
could
would,
do. That's what
yeah.
I was hoping that and
I think it'll be part of
anticipated.
what they would anticipate
It-
doing. I haven't had that specific conversation with them. However, that would be a typical, they're creating the as well as, formulating the new easement documents that need to, so just so everybody kind of understands, we'll have to go through the right legal steps in order to, void, I guess you'd say there's a null, maybe the existing conservation easement and establish this one as a substitute for it. And that way, those will all be done with our corporation counsel. I, recently reviewed an email that talked about it from a few years ago when the previous owner talked about doing it before he sold the properties, and what that process would look like. So there's, there's legalese that needs to be followed and will have to be done, but all things that we were advised could be done. You think of an easement and you worry whether or not somebody can have an easement and whether or not it can ever be changed. And in this regard, because it's actually a modification of it and an altering of it for apparently that the benefit to the easement, it shouldn't hit hiccups.
Yeah. And not to belabor this too much, but just one other comment. It's in mine and it'll come up, but or can be addressed with that. But that I didn't mention is that especially the first section, the flat section from the parking lot to where it would go up the slope and up to the berm does have some old, I assume like hoop house remnants, including some pipes and things. So depending on how wide the easement is, which I was not given any kind of width
Yep.
on how they would either be in the easement or they would be directly adjacent to it, which I think would potentially pose an issue if you have people walking through there and you have, some old plastic plant containers and you have pipes that provided water and stuff right piled up right alongside or in the easement itself, they'll have to address some of those things in that area.
So cleaning up the property would generally be something they'd be
Something-
doing as they go through their
Site, yeah, yeah.
their site improvements.
Yeah.
For their site plan
Yeah, so I
approval, we
figured
would
that-
be expecting, and I think wetlands would also be expecting that any area that adjacent to the wetland would also be cleaned up.
Yeah.
I didn't see their, or re-review their, recommendation on it, however, or their motion on
Motion,
it.
right, yeah.
However, that is typical of something wetlands would also be requiring. And I imagine that the new property owner, you know, if that comes to fruition, will want to start with a clean slate.
Yeah.
That's the best we can all hope for with any new owners.
Yeah.
And they've been extremely cooperative and responsive with the going through this whole process. So I think we can expect that.
All right, that's all. Think on that. The next thing we have is application for Zero Heritage Drive. 2-lot re-subdivision.
Yeah, it's a re-subdivision. A couple of years ago, this is it. You go up Heritage Drive and Heritage Drive kind of ended. It was extended a couple of years ago with a 2-lot subdivision. They're now looking to divide one of those lots into a 3rd lot. So, it is to the end of the cul-de-sac. Have the map here for you. It's, you know, really already improved with their new home and a lot approved. So they have a new home over here on lot 2. This is where Heritage Drive ended as it crosses the gas line. Now it has a cul-de-sac at the end. There's a house over there. They left this as 1 lot with the intention of coming back at that time, coming back to split lot 1 into lot 1A and 1B.
So basically, other than cutting it basically like in half, there's no other issues with, because it's already been, you know, it's already had been looked at previously, so they're just taking 1 lot and cutting it in half. And we looked
Yeah.
at this, I remember looking at it before, when they first started doing this.
Yeah, it was on the original or on the, and I don't want to say original because there were more than one sections to Heritage Drive, but this property at the end of Heritage Drive was left as excess land, just not divided, previous to Mr. Pryor dividing, you know, extending the cul-de-sac and then, or extending the road for the cul-de-sac, and then putting up their home as well as having this other lot that, and you can flip the pages, it's just, it's kind of set well back on Heritage Drive. I think, is it Chippens that goes off? Yeah, Chippens Hill goes off further to the,
Yeah, so.
But vaguely.
Yeah.
remember.
before you get to the end of Heritage Drive. Wasn't, from my standpoint, I wasn't really expecting much as far as comments go, but it is a subdivision. It is, you know, land that's been unimproved. We did want to bring it to conservation. This is the kind of areas that we route to you.
Yep.
Is there an old roadway there?
An old roadway? Not that I'm familiar with. I know several years ago, the previous owner had a lot of junk in there and stuff, and we got to what was at that time the end of Heritage and had to just kind of peer in. He had, you know, what might have been farm driveway kind of thing where he got some of the equipment and other debris that was in there in and out, but at the very north edge of the property is a, so that looks like where they've extended the cul-de-sac. That's the cul-de-sac they extended.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what we're discussing.
That's it.
In a
So the
way.
cul-de-sac is already there, because they
Okay.
did that with the two lot subdivision a couple of years ago. And now it's the lot on the west side of the cul-de-sac that they're looking to divide into two lots.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm sorry, at the far north end of the property is the utility easement as well, the power lines.
Mhm. I
Again,
don't think I'd have a
Doesn't-
problem with this since the whole lot's been approved, so.
Yeah, and there's nothing. It's outside of any of the wetland area. So I think we're probably there we go.
Mhm.
We're
Right.
probably a no comment.
Yeah, I think I agree.
I'm going to bring it up real quick on the screen so those remote can see. So here's the Chamberlain Highway. Heritage Drive goes in. You can see the cul-de-sac was extended. It's not as proper on this as, oh, sorry, trying not to give you a headache. Excuse
I
me.
actually looked already on my own, so.
So these are the two houses that were at the end of Heritage Drive before the cul-de-sac was extended. Here's the cul-de-sac where it was extended. There's now a new home here. And this is the lot looking to be divided.
Yeah, it's a huge, huge lot, so.
Yeah.
And he left it that way on purpose.
Yeah,
With
makes
the
sense.
intent of coming back, he did consider doing it all at that one time, but
Yeah.
then didn't.
Yeah.
And you can see this is the power lines. And this here is the gas lines going through. So this is the lot.
I'm okay with this.
City Meredith water.
Yeah, is all right there as well.
There, so. Yeah, I think it's a no comment from me. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Looks fine.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna mark it as no.
Yep.
Conservation Commission.
And the next thing is the POCD discussion. I really don't have much to add. I talked about it, I think, without a quorum here, but I got to talk about our type of priorities at the last meeting, which happened to be not a quorum for the POCD.
Oh, wow.
But did make it into minutes for there, as far as I know. We kept minutes and so that it's all what we've talked about before. I think we've got some other items coming up for this next meeting that are primarily on the agenda. And I'll see what else there is. We're trying to make it so that the commissions are better defining what their goals are and what they're trying to implement or improve with the plan of conservation and development, and then giving us updates on things that they're trying to do or other things that fit the POCD. So that have happened. Instead of, we started hitting a lot of potential issues, and what the, I don't know, like what the town should be trying to do and not do, kind of bigger picture. Now, we'd like to try to, at least a number of us would like to see us, keeping more of a scorecard of what are you trying to accomplish, and have you made any progress, and seeing how we do,
And how each commission is doing to achieve the goals that have been assigned to them, or just the departments as well as,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
departments that have tasks, there's commissions that have tasks, and there's a lot of tasks that, like, and for instance, for the Conservation Commission, a lot of high priorities. Well, then the Conservation Commission needs to look at those priorities
Yeah.
and help determine which priorities are the highest of the high priorities and which ones can be
Yeah.
looked at a little further down the line.
Set
It's accountability.
about access, the trails, information about for the public about open space and the trail systems and I've identified the actual
Goals.
locate the goals and which ones were that were assigned to us that we look at as being our most important ones and our main goal. And they're all consistent with what we try to do anyway. So I will continue to try to promote that and try to see if we can get this commission kind of going towards that direction for all the other commissions and stuff.
Yeah, I think the implementation committee it's a valuable resource for the town to put together.
Yeah.
So that, and it does bring the different departments and their associated commissions together to understand and be able to complement each other when there might be a goal that or a project that affects more than one department, and to realize who's taking the lead or why they're taking the lead and what their lead may be that might be in a slightly different direction than a priority from another commission. That's an important thing to coordinate.
Yeah.
I do have a couple of things, Chair, that go back towards just updates, probably with regard to public land, et cetera,
Okay.
that type of thing, but I forgot, sorry, I didn't mention those earlier. I was kind of concerned with getting the bike race
Yeah.
done, and we hopped right along. So if you don't mind, just an update that we've gotten, a couple of things Jim wanted to make sure that you were brought up to speed on. The Finance Board is scheduled to act on the approval for the $225,000 contribution to the funding for the purchase of the Moore property on High Road at its 113 meeting. So that's today. Funding was already approved by the town council. So Finance Board is looking at that tonight. The draft survey for the Fontanella property acquisition, that's at the top of the ridge off Chamberlain Highway. And the OSWA grant has been prepared, and we are addressing comments from Connecticut DEP. So that's progressing as well. And the Lamentation Mountain Area Recreational Trails Grant was submitted by CROG and CFPA, including the Timberland to Ragged Mountain Trail connection in its recreational trails grant application. So we discussed that a number of months ago. And just those are those updates on those.
Very good.
Thank you.
The only other thing I have is that we'll have to see what happens with the property near Silver Lake that was used for the dredging that
Mhm.
you for
That's
know,
state
over
property, isn't it?
the state property that has been long-term been offered to the town and never really accepted or because it has some issues as far as the dredging material and being typically it's slightly above the soil that was taken out, the material that was taken out of the pond, out of the lake, is slightly high in arsenic. And the state never got anybody this time to take the material. It's been used for gardening kind of stuff and mixed with other materials to make the arsenic level meet the standards. They are using the rest of the money that's in the account to level off the property a little bit more. They're not removing any of the material, but they're gonna level it out and do some work out there. So there really isn't going to be, after this is done, there's not going to be any DEP money left for any kind of remediation or anything with the property. So I don't know if the town's ever going to acquire it, and I expect the state to start using it as a storage facility for highway material and things for the the Berlin Turnpike. And we will lose the one person at DEP that knows the history of it as he retires next month. So
Oh, gosh.
so we'll have to see what happens with that property. We've kicked it around for years about, that sending letters to to Deep saying that we're interested in the property
But not with the,
but
but not with the contamination.
right, and there was never enough money left to totally take care of that contamination. At least for the town to take it on to do something else with it. So so that may, that situation may now change.
I mean, is it possible that within a reasonable length of time that some of that arsenic will leach out and then approach safe levels, or is that just impossible to?
I don't think so, but
It's tied pretty closely to the
close
soils.
to the soils, I think. Yeah.
Excuse me, may I
Yep.
interrupt, please? Unfortunately, I've got to take Brody
Yep.
out. He needs to go out, so I'm going to leave. I apologize for
Yeah.
leaving a little early.
No.
So
Yeah,
I'll see
and
you all next month.
yeah, and we're essentially done. So thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
See you,
Bye-bye.
All right. Anybody else have anything? No? Mary Catherine, you're all set?
Thank you.
I'm yeah, I'm glad my phone had enough battery life on it. So
I'm glad we found.
yeah.
So thank you.
So
See if
You can always use the phone. That's a perfectly acceptable.
yeah.
I saw stuff, agenda. I'm just not sure, like it had a join by telephone with a US number that started with an area code of 305 and then had a meeting agenda and a passcode. So maybe I can just do that next time. I don't know. I almost wish there could be a trial run where I could try it, but I started coming on it around, 6:25 and just, oh God. So anyway, okay. Well, thanks everybody.
Hang on.
You want- You want a motion? Do you want a
Yeah.
motion to adjourn or no? All right, I motion that we adjourn.
Second.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay.
The time is 7:35. Thank you.
Thanks.
Night,
Bye, Mary
everybody.
Catherine.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
your trip.
Bye. Yep.
Well,
Bye.
I mean, to get back to that Trent site though, did anybody really investigate, sort of